On this edition of Taste of Town, we head to JT's BBQ to try some of the best barbecue in Lawrence and Mercer County. Let's go meet JT right now. What's up, JT?
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Good.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So I hear you got a special sandwich on the menu for me to try today. So you want to get to it?
Yeah.
This is my guy JT. JT, what do you do here at JT's Smokehouse?
We cook with love. Everything is made with love here. Nothing is, pre-bought. Like everything is done in-house on the smoker out back. Do the brisket, pulled pork, about 18 to 20 hours smoke, slow and low. Smoked wings, boneless skinless chicken breasts, ribs, baby backs, and also we have an array of sides too. Green beans, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, baked beans, coleslaw, yams. So there's something for everybody. Yeah, there's something for everybody here.
Well, let's. You want to go check out the smoker?
Sure. This is like the smoker where you see. This is like what they have at the competitions, like down at the Three Rivers, Heinz Field, the rib cook-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took brisket and pulled pork off, but as you can see, we could do 500 pounds of meat at one time, about 800 to 1,000 wings at one time, 80 slabs of ribs.
How long is something like that? How long do you usually cook something like that for?
Ribs?
Yeah.
Ribs usually take about 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours and a half, somewhere around there.
Cool.
Depending on the meat, the meatier they are, the longer it takes, but the meaty ones usually take about 2.5 hours.
What's your favorite meat to cook in general?
Brisket.
Brisket? That's your favorite?
Slow and low. Once I put it in there, I just leave it alone. I leave it on 195 for about 22 hours. As soon as you put it in your mouth, it like melts in your mouth.
Yeah. No,
literally.
I know. Well, let's go try it.
All right, what we have here, fellas and ladies, is it's a specialty sandwich, only one of its kind in this world, and it's done here at JT Smokehouse. It's called an Oink Moo Peep. The Oink is for the pulled pork, the Moo is for the beef brisket, and the Peep is for the boneless, skinless chicken breast. What we do is we chop it all up, and I'm telling you, it is something special, and you'll see what I'm talking about. One day I was cooking, and I wanted everything. Like I was just being greedy, I just wanted to taste everything. So I kind of had it on the same plate, moved it together, pushed it around a little before you know it. I said, on a bun with some sauce, and then you can make it sloppy too. You can put coleslaw on it, and it really
changes it.
Oh my goodness, goes to a whole nother level.
Thank you.
You're gonna need one of these for sure.
So right now I'm here at JT's Smokehouse in New Wilmington, and I'm about to try the Oink Moo Peep sandwich. Now, the Oink Moo Peep, yeah, Oink for pig, Moo for cow, and Peep for chicken. Yeah, it's all in this one sandwich. We're about to give it a try right now. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. You definitely taste the smokiness in the brisket, taste the pulled pork, taste the chicken. I mean, it's juicy, it's moist. The sauces, the two sauces, probably the best combination of sauces I've had ever. The honey mustard sauce and the red barbecue sauce combined, the mix, you gotta get the mix. That's the way to go. Delicious. The two flavors to give you a little kick, give you a little pizzazz in your sandwich. I've been to the generic, Texas Roadhouses, the, generic barbecue place, but I feel like a place like this, a place that, is ran by someone who actually cares about the food and cares about what goes into it, is important. I think that you could definitely taste the care more than you can taste, Texas Roadhouse barbecue. This is something special. to something from the heart. Now, when you're cooking meats, you want to, or at least when you're eating meats, you want that kind of melt in your mouth kind of taste. This beef brisket definitely has that melt in your mouth kind of thing. The pulled pork, same thing. Chicken, it's hard to find a chicken that has this tenderness. It's just you can taste all comes together. It's something special. It really is something special, especially when you have the flavors of being smoked all day long. You get that nice firewood smoke. So that's nice. That's nice. So I'm here with JT right now. JT, how'd you get into the barbecue business?
Well, I did it actually on accident. I was living in Columbus. I worked for the phone company, Lucid Technologies, for 20 years.
Okay.
And I was living in Columbus, Ohio. And I had a condo down there. And everybody at our condo, the complex, we used to hang out at the pool, and I would just like cook for everybody. Like, I would grill and do all types of sides. And so when I left Columbus, I came back to Pittsburgh, and I did my buddy's Christmas parties. And he said, "Man, you gotta put this food on blast, dude." He's like, "You gotta sell this food." So he backed me and opened up the first location, which is in Penn Hills on Frankstown Road. It was JT's Rib Shack, and I was there for 4 years, but it wasn't big enough. So I moved out to Monroeville in a racket club. I had a catering facility for 250, 300 people, nightclub. I owned a nightclub and a full-service restaurant.
Wow.
And I did that for 5 years, but I didn't really care too much for the whole bar business. I opened up a place in Penn Hills again. It was actually in a bar, but I just took the restaurant portion of it. It was doing well, but then this came about. A friend of mine who owns this building, he used to come to some of my events I had in Monroeville at the Racket Club, like jazz concerts, and he would eat and he'd say, "Man, this food needs to be up in where we're at, New Wilmington."
Yeah.
And he asked me to smoke him a whole lamb. I said, he asked me, "Can you do it?" I said, "Yeah, I can do it. That's no problem." So I put this lamb on my smoker for 24 hours, and it was amazing. And I brought it up here, and he had it at one of his 4th of July cookouts. And he said, "Come on, I want you to take a ride with me." So we came over to this building, and it was a dentist office. It was these were all exam rooms where you're sitting at. And he said, "What do you think about JT's right here?" Here we are, a year later, open up. And I have a great feeling about this. I really do.
So now that we're back at Taste of Town headquarters, let's talk a little bit about the food that we tried at JT Smokehouse. As you can see, JT puts a lot of love and a lot of care into his food. The Oink Moo Peep, it was an exceptional sandwich. It was a sandwich that I would go back to try every time. So if you want some good smoked food, head down to JT's Barbecue and get some delicious food. Thank you for watching this edition of Taste of Town. Join me next week when we try some great food like we always do. See you next week. I freaking hate this show.